Hello, everyone. Anything to anybody?
Hello.
All right, so this is Ecclesiastes 1. I'll just read it so you see what I'm talking about. Everything is meaningless. The words of the teacher, son of David, king in Jerusalem. Meaningless, meaningless, says the teacher. Utterly meaningless. Everything is meaningless. What do people gain from all their labors at which they toil under the sun? Generations come and generations go, but the earth remains forever. The sun rises and the sun sets, and hurries back to where it rises. The wind blows to the south and turns to the north. Round and round it goes, ever returning on its course. All streams flow into the sea, yet the sea is never full. To the place the streams come from, there they return again. All things are wearisome, more than one can say. The eye never has enough of seeing, nor the ear its fill of hearing. What has been will be again. What has been done will be done again. There is nothing new under the sun. Is there anything of which one can say, "Look, this is something new"? It was here already, long ago. It was here before our time. No one remembers the former generations, and yet those yet to come will not be remembered by those who follow them. Wisdom is meaningless. I, the teacher, was king of Jerusalem. I applied my mind to study and to explore by wisdom all that is done under the heavens. What a heavy burden God has laid on mankind. I have seen all the things that are done under the sun. All of them are meaningless, a chasing after the wind. What is crooked cannot be straightened. What is lacking cannot be counted. I said to myself, "Look, I have increased in wisdom more than anyone who has ruled over Jerusalem before me. I have experienced much of wisdom and knowledge. Then I applied myself to the understanding of wisdom, and also of madness and folly. But I learned that this too is a chasing after the wind. For with much wisdom comes much sorrow. The more knowledge, the more grief." But back on verse 9 it says, verse 10. Is there anything of which one can say, "Look, this is something new"? It was here already long ago. It was here long before our time. Could you argue that today we have technologies that are new, have never been here before? Like this phone that I'm using, or space travel, or medical advancements, or various technologies. Be curious in your thoughts on that. But I thought this was a very powerful Ecclesiastes, and as you read the other ones, it really is. It talks. You can really feel that he's talking about the struggle and the toil of life. And I've always joked with Dan, everybody has their problems. For some people, the problem might be, I ran out of my Grey Poupon. For others, it might be serious issues, life and death, that they're struggling with. I was at lunch and I was sitting next to this fat guy, and he was so fat, his shirt, his button-down shirt was like pressed open, and the buttons looked like they were going to pop, like he was inflating, like the Blueberry Girl in Willy Wonka. And I felt really bad. I mean, it really made me feel terrible. Number one, because I know what it's like to struggle with weight. And you look at a piece of pie and you gain 10 pounds. And you just never know what people are going through. I had a friend who contacted me that he just had surgery. And I was like, what? And this guy's strong, athletic. I mean, who would have thought? But you never know what's going to happen. And that's why this does say in one of the future, it says, enjoy the good times when they're good. And I think a lot of times I'm guilty of this. Instead of taking the time to really stop and smell the flowers, as they say, enjoy, we're too busy thinking about, hey, I'm not satisfied with this. How can I make this better? And maybe that's the wrong attitude. And I mean, I've gotten a lot better over the last few years, last 10 years, because I made the decision, after my mother died, I made the decision that, what am I doing? What am I killing myself for? And that's when I started doing the traveling. And that's what eventually led to me writing the book. I mean, why not? So once I had an idea. All right, so that's all I have to say on Ecclesiastes 1. So please let me know what your interpretation of it is. Thanks. Cheers. Bye.